Welcome everybody to the MLB Home Run Betting Challenge, or as I like to call it, the Dong Report, where I bet $1 on my favorite home run picks for the day. Now, I had been on an insane hot streak. I had been profitable for 5 straight days, but that was unfortunately bound to come to an end. And that happened yesterday. I gave out 6 picks on this YouTube channel. 5 of them lost, did not hit a home run. One of them, the player did not play at all, so we at least got that one refunded, but ended the day yesterday down 5 units. But overall, we are squarely, surely, positively in the green, up about $24.55, so 24.55 units overall in about month time frame that I have been doing this. As for today, we got a lighter slate, but I found 6 picks for you guys that I absolutely love. Before getting into it, a couple housekeeping items. Number 1, whenever I give out these home run picks, I give them out using the best odds offered for that player to hit a home run. And being signed up for every sportsbook is incredibly important. So if there is a book that you are not signed up for, check out the links in the description of the video. Sign up using those links helps me out a ton if there is a book that you are not signed up with. Household item number 2. About a week now, I have launched a membership page. So if you want to become a Jedi in training, there is a $1 a month tier. There is a $5 a month tier that each come with different perks. So if you're interested in joining me and becoming a Jedi in training, check that out in the description of the video as well. It's literally the very first link, as well as in the pinned comment. But none of that BS. Let's get into these dong picks. Play number 1 in the Rockies versus Diamondbacks game. We are taking Corbin Carroll to hit a home run plus 500 odds at FanDuel. Now this game feels like an over. We got 2 bad pitchers on the mound. We have a weather/ballpark factor that is pretty conducive for runs to be scored. So naturally, we had to have a dong in this game, and we are going with Corbin Carroll. And he has cashed for us before, so we do have some history of success with Corbin Carroll. Now, he's only 22, he's young, but he's a stud, and he's having a great year for the Diamondbacks. So he's batting .290 on the year, and he's got 9 home runs on the year as well. He's also hit a home run in 2 of his last 4 games. We were able to take advantage of one of those, not the other one. Hopefully we can make that 3 and 5 after tonight with more success backing Carroll. But the juicy pitching matchup that I was referring to earlier, one of the pitchers on the mound is Connor Seabold pitching for the Rockies, who, to call a spade, he stinks. He's got a 5.94 ERA on the year and has given up 7 home runs already. Now, he probably won't last long in the game, but if he doesn't, the Rockies are pretty average in terms of their bullpen and home runs giving up roughly 1 home run per 9 innings, which isn't like a bullpen that you definitely want to target. It's not one of the worst, but it's also not one of the best either. That's exactly what middle of the pack means. So all in all, Corbin Carroll has a great opportunity to hit a dong for us tonight. So we are backing him with our first play. Next up, second play of the evening, we are going with Max Kepler to hit a home run plus 560 odds at FanDuel. Now, this one is admittedly scary. Sometimes a play on the EV page just jumps out to you and it looks incredible. Some of them are a little bit scary, and this is unfortunately a little bit of a scary one. So we have a pretty awesome pitching matchup on the mound. We got Pablo Lopez pitching for the Twins. We got Tanner Bibby pitching for the Guardians. 2 good pitchers. Now, we are backing Kepler, so obviously only one of those pitchers matters for us. Kepler, being an outfielder for the Twins, is going to go up against Tanner Bibby. Now, he has never gone up against him before in his career, so we don't have any track record of success or not success, so we will have to see there. And also, another reason why it's scary, Kepler, admittedly, isn't having a great year. He's batting .195 on the year, and he's only got 6 home runs on the year as well. Now, I will say 3 of those 6 home runs were hit in the past 10 games. About 10 games ago, he went on a stretch where he hit 3 home runs in 6 games. Now, he hasn't hit one since. It's been about 5 days since he's hit a home run, but at least he has recent success that we can hang our hats on. So we're hoping that he can find the magic again. I'm always going to trust the data and trust the value on the EV page. So we're going to go with Max Kepler as our second pick. Third pick for the evening in the Phillies versus Mets game, we are taking Nick Castellanos to hit a home run, plus 540 odds at FanDuel. So for those of you that have been following me on this YouTube channel, remember last week we went on a stretch where the EV page just loved the Phillies game specifically. It was the Phillies versus Braves series, and we had multiple picks in every game of that series. But we had success doing that, so it's not as though we were losing picking games or picking home runs in the Phillies game. It was just a ton of picks, and I'm a Phillies fan, but I promise you this is not on purpose. And we're back again with the Phillies. So they are playing the Mets, the third game of their series against the Mets. And we're backing a Philly where we will have multiple picks in this game. First off, starting with Nick Castellanos. Now, Castellanos was horrible last year. He was brutal at the plate, couldn't get a hit. This year, he's been much better. He's not quite like a stud outfielder that you expect, batting over 300, but he's having a respectable year, batting 290. The power hasn't quite come. He's only got 5 home runs on the year, but it is nice to see that Castellanos has turned it around on the plate. And I will say that that 290 batting average that I referenced, that's including an 0-7 stretch the past 2 games. So he was even better, obviously, prior to that. I think he was hitting exactly 300 prior to that. In terms of the pitching matchup, Scherzer is on the mound for the Mets. Not quite as scary this year as Scherzer has been previously in his career. Scherzer's struggled this year, which is, he's 38 years old, so eventually it was going to come, but it's not been a great year for Scherzer. He's given up 7 home runs and only 40 innings pitched, and that's last year after giving up 13 home runs and over 100 innings pitched. I think like 130, something crazy like that. So it's not been a great year for Scherzer, which means that there's ever a time for the Phillies to get hot after having a brutal 2-game stretch. Maybe it's against what was formerly a stud pitcher in Scherzer. So we're going with Castellanos here. Next pick, sticking in the Phillies versus Mets game, we are taking Trea Turner to hit a home run plus 560 odds at FanDuel. So another pick, another Philly, this time going with Trea. Now, obviously, the pitching matchup against Scherzer is obviously the exact same, so I don't really need to go through that anymore. And I will say Trea Turner is having a brutal year at the plate. So he last hit a home run on May 24th, and it was a huge home run, game-tying home run in the bottom of the 9th against the Diamondbacks. I thought he was going to use that home run to propel him into a hot streak, but that really hasn't been the case at all. He hasn't gotten a hit in his last 3 games. He's literally hitless in his last 3 games, and his batting average is down to 236 on the year. Now, keep in mind, Trea Turner, if you forgot, last year he hit 298. The previous 3 years, he hit over 300. The year before that, he was again at 298. So it's a 5-year stretch where Turner has been incredible at the plate, just hasn't gotten it going this year. Now, I still have faith that he will get it going this year. We're hoping that it's not like a Castellanos year last year where he just never got it going, even including the playoffs. And I will say the Phillies have owned June in the past couple years. Last year, when they fired Girardi in June, they went on a huge run. So hopefully they can keep up that June magic. We are recording this exactly on June 1st, so now would be a perfect time to do that. Hoping that Trea gets us to go yard tonight, hoping that Trea gets one for us and goes yard tonight as our 4th pick. Last up, we got 2 picks in the Angels versus Astros game, 1 player on each team. First up, we're backing Yordan Alvarez to hit a home run plus 360 odds at Bet365. So Yordan has cashed a couple home runs for us in this betting challenge, but we went with him yesterday to no luck, but not scared off, and we are backing him once again today. So in terms of the weather alone, this Angels-Astros game features the best weather today for a home run to be hit. There's only 7 games being played today, and we do have some pretty good pitching matchups. So overall, it's not a great dong day, but of the games today, this is definitely the best one. Now, Yordan Alvarez, obviously a hitter for the Astros, will be going up against Reed Detmers, the pitcher for the Angels. Young pitcher, he's only 23 years old, but he can definitely be had. He's got decent stuff, just hasn't quite put it together yet. One of those classic young pitchers who will probably have a very successful career, just hasn't gotten it there yet. And against this feared Astros lineup, maybe it won't happen tonight, especially going against Alvarez specifically. So no home runs for Alvarez yesterday. Still is having a great year. Let's see if he can get one for us tonight. In our next pick, again, sticking in this Astros versus Angels game, we're taking an Angel, and we're taking Shohei Ohani to hit a home run plus 600 odds at Caesars. So the last pick of the evening, obviously we had to have 2 in this featuring best weather game, and it feels good to back Ohani. Now, it's a little bit frustrating because I went with Ohani on May 29th and he did not hit a home run. And guess what? He hit a home run on May 30th and May 31st. So the 2 straight games after we backed him, he hit a home run, which is unfortunate. It happens. That's kind of the nature of the business with a fickle bet like a home run. But Ohani is still having a great year. He's got 15 on the year. He's got 8 in the month of May. And as I mentioned, he's hit a home run in back-to-back games. Now, the Astros haven't officially announced who their starting pitcher is. Like if you go to MLB.com as of when I'm recording this, it says TBD. All of the sports books have it listed as Framber Valdez. And I looked into it a little bit trying to figure out what was going on. Couldn't really find anything, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. But regardless, Ohani should have a great opportunity to go yard in 3 straight games. And for plus 600 odds, that value is really good. Those odds, I'm assuming, are reflecting that Framber Valdez will be pitching, who's obviously a stud, but still, plus 600 odds is pretty good value. And that rounds out our picks for the evening. So 6 players who are absolutely going to hit a home run tonight. If you're tailing any in all of these, comment and let me know. If there's a player that you like that I have not meant, that I did not mention or did not play, you can comment and let me know that as well. Other than that, remember to like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then a couple housekeeping items. Sign up for the sports books using the links in the description of the video if you have not already signed up. Become a Jedi in training using the first link in the description of the video if you would like. Thanks for watching and have a good one.